Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're starting with our last topic today, hydrogen and metallic bonds, and we are going to study about this. This is a very small topic from which we seldom get questions, but still it is very, very, very important. So let's directly go on to the hydrogen bonds, nature and characteristics. When we are talking of hydrogen bonds, it is generally defined as the force of attraction between hydrogen and highly electronegative element, as in the case of HF, water, and NH3. So this is basically you can say an electrostatic force of attraction. So what is a hydrogen bond? It is electrostatic attraction between hydrogen and covalently bound to highly electronegative oxygen, as in the case of water, nitrogen, fluorine, and a lone pair or another electronegative element. Now, typically the range and strength of this bond is 10 to 40 kilojoules per mole. It is stronger than the van der Waals forces, yet it is weaker than the covalent bond. So, if we're just looking at the trend over here, guys, ionic bond is going to be the strongest, then it is covalent, then it is coordinate, and then it is going to be hydrogen. So hydrogen bond is definitely weaker than the covalent bond. Now, why do we require bond, or why do we study hydrogen bond? We study because it guides molecular geometry and interactions crucial in water properties, protein folding, and DNA base pairing. So these are some of the importance aspects of the hydrogen bond. Now, we are talking of the applications like water. Water has a tetrahedral clustering. So, questions like why ice floats are water, or why water has the lowest density at 4 degrees Celsius, all that is because of the hydrogen bonding which is present in water. So, each water can form up to 4 hydrogen bonds, elevating boiling point and producing water anomalous liquid behavior. Then DNA complementary base pairing, directional hydrogen bonds between A and T, G and C stabilize adenine and thymine, guanine and cytosine stabilize the double helix and enable accurate molecular recognition. Proteins, folding stabilization, backbone and side chain hydrogen bonds reinforce alpha helices and beta sheets, shaping stable tertiary structures. And finally, molecular requirements, a hydrogen covalent bound to nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine are available. Lone pairs on a nearby electronegative atom drive directional self assembly. So, if we are talking of hydrogen bond that is represented by three dots. Okay, like if we are talking of HF, this is how the hydrogen bond is going to be depicted. Let's just quickly see what are the type of hydrogen bonds which we have. There are two types of hydrogen bond. The first one is intermolecular hydrogen bond, as we have seen in the case of HF. The intermolecular hydrogen bond makes fluorine or HF or water associated molecules, as a result of which as a result of which consequences क्या होंगे इसके, boiling point होगा increase, boiling points increase. Secondly, the solubility increases, because all these molecules they start behaving as associated molecules, as a result of which the boiling points and solubility they are going to increase. Please also remember that hydrogen bond is purely electrostatic in nature. It is purely electrostatic in nature. So it's a weak bond though. Strengths of the strongest bond is around 5 to 10 kilocalories. We've already seen the range, which is 10 to 40 kilojoules per mole. And more electronegativity of atom involved in hydrogen bonding, more is the bond strength. So if we are comparing HF, this is going to have more strength than hydrogen and oxygen, more strength than hydrogen and nitrogen. Okay, so one is the intermolecular hydrogen bond. The second kind of bond which we have is intramolecular hydrogen bond. As the word suggests, intramolecular hydrogen bond occurs in the same molecule as in the case of orthonitrophenol. So you can see over here that there is a bond between oxygen and hydrogen, intramolecular. Now, in case of, remember that in case of intermolecular, association is going to take place. Association of molecules will take place, and intramolecular में हम लोग एक और word use करते हैं, which is chelation. So over here in intramolecular, chelation is going to take place. Alright, so एक में हो रहा है association और एक में हो रहा है chelation. These are the types of hydrogen bondings. Then we come to the metallic bonds. Metallic bonds, a lattice of metal ions surrounded by freely moving valence electrons. It has an electron C model. Delocalized electrons allow metals to conduct electricity and heat efficiently. This is the application of the metallic bond. The lattice is held together by electrostatic attraction between positive ions and free electrons. These positive ions, they are also known as kernels. Malleability and ductility result from ions shifting without breaking metallic bonds. So when we're looking at the consequences of the metallic bond, it is going to affect the electrical conductivity, क्योंकि उसमें मोबाइल वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है. थर्मल कंडक्टिविटी, क्योंकि काइनेटिक एनर्जी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की इंक्रीज हो जाएगी और वो मूव करने लग जाएंगे. मेटालिक लेस्टर, मोबाइल जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है वो प्रोमोट होते हैं टू द एक्साइटेड स्टेट्स बाय एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ लाइट, और जब वो वापस आते हैं एक्साइटेड स्टेट से तो वो रेडिएशंस इमिट करते हैं, राइट. देन मेलेबिलिटी, मेटल्स को हम लोग शीट्स में बीट कर सकते हैं, वायर्स में ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि मेटल कर्नल्स को हम इजीली शिफ्ट कर सकते हैं. So these are some of the consequences of the metallic bond. So we've done two bonds. Let's see what are hydrogen bonds. Hydrogen bonds, they drive molecular interactions and stability in biology and chemistry. Metallic bonds explain conductivity, malleability, and strength in metals. Deepen why it matters, because it deepens core chemistry understanding and guide materials applications. So this is all about this chapter. हमारा next जो आने वाला है बच्चों, very important PYQs from chemical bonding. So just stay tuned and I shall see you soon.